Jeff Bezos' father didn't know he was a billionaire and never spoke to him. Jeff Bezos' biological parents were teenagers when they had him. Jeff was born in Albuquerque, New Mexico in 1964. His mother, Jacqueline, was 17 and still in high school. His father, Ted, was 18 and performed in a circus. They got married the same year. Ted drank and struggled financially. He supplemented his income by working at a department store. At the same time, he was studying at the University of New Mexico. His academic fees were paid by Jacqueline's father. Jacqueline left Ted to live with her parents. She filed for divorce in 1965 when Jeff was 17 months old. A few years later, Jacqueline met Miguel Bezos while attending night school. In 1968, the couple married and Miguel adopted Jeff. Jacqueline asked Ted to leave Jeff alone. He agreed and relinquished custody of his son. Jeff praised his stepfather Miguel as an exemplary role model. He immigrated from Cuba when he was only 16 years old.
He had to make his way. He had those tough experiences. My dad is an intense hard worker. My dad is warm, and he teaches an easy smile. My brother and sister and I could not have had a better role model.
Jeff Bezos. As a child, Jeff was interested in science and technology. Miguel encouraged him to develop his skills. Jeff was a hard worker, following in his father's footsteps. When the family moved to Miami, he worked at McDonald's. He worked the breakfast shift before school. Jeff worked diligently through college. He graduated summa cum laude from Princeton University. He got a 4.2 GPA and a Bachelor of Science in Engineering. In 1995, Jeff approached his parents with a proposal. He had an idea for a startup and needed money. Jacqueline and Miguel loaned him $245,000. Jeff admitted that there was as much as a 70% chance of failure, but his modest venture was soon known as Amazon. By 2020, he had transformed that money into $1 trillion. The return on his parents' investment was around 12 million%. Jeff Bezos is one of the world's richest men. He's worth an estimated $161 billion. Ted had no idea about any of this for a long time. He was a talented athlete and excelled at unicycle hockey. Ted later opened a bike shop in Glendale, Arizona. In 1999, Jeff said he had never met his biological father. In 2012, Brad Stone tracked down Ted at his workplace in Arizona. Brad is the author of Amazon Unbound. That's when Ted found out about his son's identity. The revelation was a major shock to him. Ted said he'd spent decades wondering about Jeff's life and well-being.
I wasn't a good father or a good husband.
At the time, Ted said he planned to re-establish contact with his son. Jeff was his only child, so he wanted recognition from him. Months later, Ted said he had to abandon that hope.
I don't think he will come to me now. I haven't heard a word from him or had any sign that he wants to connect with me. I hoped with the publicity it might happen, but I can't blame him.
In 2014, Ted recounted the last time he saw his toddler son.
I was working in a Walmart, and I remember them coming to visit me for some reason.
Jeff was only about 3 years old. The two never saw each other in person again. Ted Jorgensen died in 2015 at age 70. The long-anticipated meeting between father and son never happened.